Now, the indices in Mauritius closed in positive territory with both the Semdex and the SEM up 0.3%. On the other hand, the Mauritius Statistics Office reduced its growth forecast for the year to 3.2% year-on-year, this from earlier 3.3%. Now, the Bank of Mauritius's next meeting is on the 30th of September, and although growth appears weaker. So, for more on what's moving markets in Mauritius, we are joined by Ved Prakash Ukalu, who is the Executive Director at Capital Asset Management. Ved, thank you so much for making the time to join us today. I would like to get straight into it. As you've heard in the introduction, the markets did end on a firmer footing. What has been driving the markets today?
Thank you for having me. The market is mainly driven by earning release this week. Around 20 companies have released their earnings, and out of it, half has profit has gone up and half profit has gone down roughly. So the major companies which have released results is MCB, Alteo. MCB, there have been improvement in terms of its earning by 5.8%, and the good thing, it's expanding into regional markets, and it is expecting more revenue from the region, from sub-Saharan Africa, which will add up to its total earnings next season. Right. So we are expecting very good results next season. So these such stocks like MCB, Alteo, ENLN, and Indices, the main market drivers over the period.
Right. Now, as you've mentioned, Ved, it has been a very results-filled week. Have there been any other stocks that you have had your eye on, and what other stocks will you be eyeing into next week?
All the companies in the ex-sugar sector, which are now converted into property development, energy clusters, and other agricultural activities, so they're expecting to do better, and also the global recovery will lead to more tourist sectors. So the hotels have already, the price have already started to go up. So we expect hotels as well to do well.
Right. Now let's talk about next week. We've got the Mpc meeting, and the interest rate decision will be top of the agenda there. We have had a number of analysts that have said that they are expecting the interest rate to remain unchanged. Are you in the same boat?
Yes, inflation is expected to increase. There are a number of factors. Some of the cost push factors are increase in wages, and increase in public sector salaries, combined with other factors like increase in commodity prices, in food prices, in energy prices, following the global recovery. So a combination of these factors are expected to increase headline inflation, maybe between 4.5 to 5%, and we don't expect much from the MPC. We expect that rate would be kept, would be maintained at current level.
Right. Now let's talk about the growth forecast, because as you mentioned, it has been revised downwards. What are the sectors that you're seeing are coming under pressure?
The sector which is most under pressure is construction sector, which has a negative growth of 9% is expected, whereas other sectors are doing very well. But generally, almost in all sectors, there have been a slight downward revision. But the ITC sector and the financial sector are still expected to grow above 5%. Even the tourist sector is expected to grow above 2%, the sugar sector above 2%, the manufacturing sector by 2.7%. So the black spot remain the construction sector.
Right. Now, what we've also seen is that a gloomy outlook when it comes to business confidence. Just looking at some of the figures, it fell in the third quarter. This is the lowest level yet. I mean, what do you make of that?
Sorry, I got get you on the last one.
Not a problem. I'll repeat that question for you. We're looking at somewhat of a gloomy outlook when it comes to business confidence. In the third quarter, it had gone to its lowest level yet. What do you make of that?
Yeah, the business confidence has been quite volatile these days, but there is the budget which is coming, so there is an expectation of wait and see. And also private sector investment are not increasing, so there is large expectation that there would be some reform which would boost public sector investment in the country.